Today on Judge Faith, on-again, off-again lovers involved in a bitter relationship battle come to court over unpaid bills and emotional distress.
He has the car. He's driving around taking pictures with females and stuff in the car. I never had the car. He had the car. So I'm paying for him to drive around with these girls while I'm taking care of 4 kids?
You know how insecure women is. If I'm coming home to you every day, I'm working every day at the same time, not a different time, but I'm coming home, I work 20 hours a day.
I don't know what you do in your house, but this is my house now. You're not gonna bring this drama in my courtroom.
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. Plaintiff Akia Thomas says a defendant was her high school sweetheart, but their relationship has been sour since the birth of their last child. And now he's refusing to take her name off their car. She's suing for unpaid traffic tickets and car insurance payments. Defendant Corey Bolden says he doesn't owe because he bought Akia her first car with the understanding that she would get a job and pay for the car insurance. He's countersuing for emotional distress.
All rise. Court is in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, the litigants have been sworn in. This is the case of Thomas versus Bolden.
Thank you, Juan. Akia Thomas?
Yes.
You were suing the defendant, Corey Bolden?
Yes, ma'am.
For $860.
Yes.
A portion of that is for unpaid traffic tickets and the remainder car insurance payments.
Yes.
And you are countersuing, sir, for $5,000.
Yes, ma'am.
For emotional distress.
Yes.
All right, we'll start with you, ma'am. Give me some background.
I met Corey in high school, and we was okay. We had a baby in 2003.
So you have one child together?
No, we have 4. We started having kids and stuff like that after.
And stuff like that?
Yeah. I'm sorry. we started.
So you have 4 children together.
Right,
That's
right.
it. You have a large family.
I have a large family. He does nothing.
He doesn't pay child support or anything?
He sent me $30 for 4 kids, then $100 before that for 4 kids. What is that?
Is that true?
It's not true. I mean, I make a lot of money, so therefore they take out a certain amount that they have.
So it's automatically deducted from your paycheck?
These things that's happening right now,
And I'm
not
getting
giving
30.
her cash at hand no more.
And is it more than $30 per
Way
paycheck?
more than that. So now,
I'm only
4
getting
children,
$30.
Ma'am.
4 children, $30, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
You don't have to tell me where you work, but what do you do for a living?
I'm a contracted electrician. Second job, I'm a drug counselor.
Are you a W-2 wage earner?
Yes,
Okay.
completely.
So has he ever paid child support? Ever?
They sent me like little portions of it, right? When I did let him stay with me, it was $50 on the car. You know what this man told me?
Ma'am, I'm asking you a question because you have 4 children
Right,
with
right.
him. Your oldest is 12 years old, am I right?
Right.
So you've known him for a long time.
Right.
14
My
years, Your
question
Honor.
to you is, if he is that unsupportive and he's only giving you nickels and
$50.
dimes, why do you continue to have children with him?
No,
Thank
it
you.
wasn't that. He's
No, you gonna answer that question?
Okay, listen to me. I've been in a domestic violence relationship with this man for a minute. This is the God's honest truth. I have paperwork, everything for it. When I tell you I've been through some things with this man, I've been through some things with this man. Now, as far as the kids go, me being stuck in the house, that's all I knew. That's all I knew at the time. I met this man when I was 17, coming out 16, 18. I'm 30 now years old. Even though I had to work, even though I had to provide the home, this, that, and the third, I didn't mind having his children. That my kids is beautiful.
You're saying that he was physically violent toward you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Did that happen?
No, I'm gonna get it all into it when it comes to, during my time to explain. When they got into it, yes, get off of me.
This
When
is your time.
No.
This is your time.
When she
I have
drinks,
paperwork
she's a complete.
proving.
When she drinks, she's a
gotta let him
completely different person, which is
And when he
every
smokes
day.
dust, he's a completely different person.
And so now I'm family oriented first. I take care of my children to the max. Like anytime, any pictures, anything, I'm there for the whole life. My daughter's about to be 13 next month, right? So if I'm in their life for their whole life, school, birthdays, everything. So now. She never held a job. The first job she had, I'm lying, I'm sorry, she held was McDonald's. 17, 18. Now when you're getting
8
older,
years as
when
a
you're
shift
getting
manager,
older,
and you lived
I'm
off
telling
me.
you, you're not supposed, you see me upgrading, college, high school,
I have
more
a diploma,
education, or you pay for that diploma.
Yeah, if
Now,
you
when
say
you're
so.
doing these things, if I'm upgrading, you're supposed to upgrade. Don't quit yet until you find a better job. Let's do these things. Let's upgrade. You understand what I'm saying?
Were you living in the home at the time?
The whole life. I've been working my whole. If I wasn't working, which was from Like I say, from 17 to 23, I was working in the streets. I'm not proud of it, but when I had my daughter, I said, you know what? Let me get right. Let me get everything correctly. You understand what I'm saying? I met her in high school. When I met her in high school, I'm going to class. When I'm going to classes, she's in the hallway. You understand what I'm saying? This is the type of person. She never finished high school. She never finished 9th grade.
I have a diploma, though.
This is the woman that you chose to have 4 children with.
Exactly. But I'm coming home. I work 20 hours a day. If you're not going to be working, you're not going to be doing anything, why is the house like this? Why is this like this? Why are my kids in the front with his drug dealers? My mother raised me completely great.
I see why you wanted your time.
I never been in the shelter. I never been in the projects.
Can I please
Let me
say
stop you
something?
there. Let me stop you there. I'm going to go back to you because I want to know, as a W-2 wage earner, ma'am, you're only getting $30 per check.
Yes, I got the card on me right now. Where you could, I will give it to you. You could
And
call
how much
it.
do you say, sir?
How much? Oh, they
have
take
the card on
out
me.
$567 every 2 weeks from my check. The system, they give her money. You understand what I'm saying? They'll give her before it, and they won't put everything right there on it. They're not going to put 5. They're going to put it on piece by piece by piece by piece. And on top of me paying child support, I'm giving her cash.
I only asked about that because I wanted to know the background and the history before we get to this $860
But it wasn't
case.
always bad. I'm not going to make it like it's always bad
Hold
in this
on,
case.
sir.
It's bad. It's bad. Please, can I say something
No,
to defend
you can't.
myself?
I'm talking now. There's obviously a lot going on here. The two of you are 30 years old. You have 4 children together. Have you spent time in jail over a domestic issue?
No, never.
Okay.
Never. I was locked up. Because
And what happened to the case?
Oh, my God.
It was dismissed. As many times as
Because
she got
she
me
didn't
locked
press
as
charges?
many times as she got me locked
Why
up,
was it
right?
dismissed?
Why? You know
How
they
many
don't play with
times?
you.
You better do that.
How many
I'ma
times?
find
Like
you.
10 times.
He always said,
you know
I'ma
police
find you.
don't play with
I'ma
domestic
find you.
issues, ma'am.
You
They
better
do not
do
play
this,
with
you
domestic
better
issues.
do that.
Now, if
Master
I'm doing these things
manipulation.
to her, I'm
Come
destroying
on.
her, beating her. I mean, there are women
Arrested
out there
10 times is a
brainwashed
lot.
that's foolish like that. There are women that's out there.
so
But
sorry.
now
I'm
I'm
so
not.
sorry.
Each
so
time that I
sorry.
get locked up, why am I never in jail?
Here's my question to you. You're suing for $456 for unpaid traffic tickets and $403 for car insurance. What is this about the traffic tickets? Why do you say the defendant owes for traffic tickets?
The traffic tickets is coming to me. The car's registered to me. That's first of all.
When the two of you get the car?
In March.
March of this year.
Ma'am.
And we got it in.
When you say you got the car?
I bought
in
my
May.
car. First car I had was a 200 on my birthday, March 4th.
All right, listen.
Sorry.
You're not going to bring this drama in my
I'm sorry,
courtroom.
ma'am.
You understand?
Yes,
I don't know
ma'am.
what you do in your house,
You're
but
right.
this is my house now. You're not going to bring this drama in my courtroom.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm asking a simple question. My question was, what's the date you got the car?
I have 2 cars.
I want to know the answer to that question.
April.
16.
April 1st, ma'am, and I have it right here to show you. March
Let me see the
4th is
paperwork for the car.
Which kind of paperwork? I got all types of paperwork. Here go the
Proof of
the
ownership.
first-
Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay. Here go the registration. Let me give you the registration.
You guys can't even get a car together. I don't know how you have 4 children
And
together.
I would love
Okay.
to explain
What's
that,
it?
ma'am.
I don't want to. No,
Okay,
I don't
all
want
right,
your
I'm sorry. Okay.
explanation.
Any house he ever lived in, I did that. And
What I'm
he
telling
asked-
you is, I don't need to know your family history. I don't need to know it. I don't need to know any more of it. I've heard enough. Okay, the title was issued on April 25th, so obviously the car was acquired
In April.
prior to May in April. Okay, so April is the correct date, not May.
Relax.
Coming up, responsibility for the tickets is disputed.
Only time I ever drove the car is if he said so, if he was there.
Why were you accused of trying to run him over? Hi, I'm Judge Faith. Follow me on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Plaintiff Akia Thomas says Corey's controlling and is refusing to take her name off the car. She's suing for unpaid traffic tickets and car insurance payments. Defendant Corey Bolden says he doesn't owe because the agreement with Akia was that she would pay for the car insurance. He's countersuing for emotional distress.
The title of the car is in your name, Mr. Bolden.
Yes, ma'am.
So how are you getting tickets in your name, Ms. Thomas? if the
I don't
title is
know.
in his name?
This is my first call. It was supposed to be like, when I got the permit, he was like, he didn't even show no remorse. He wasn't even happy the fact that I tried to do something different. And then he's gonna tell me when and where I could drive the car, how can I drive it? He take the car, he disappear. Long as I'm in the house with these kids and making these kids, it's all peaches and cream. But the minute I try to drive off in this, that, and third, he calling ACS on me, making false accusations, and he's disrespecting the kids, he's disrespecting me. I got 4 kids by this man. Like, I don't really want to go through this. I don't know nothing about no car, so why can't you just take my name off of it?
You see what's happening here? All these underlying issues. I ask a simple question about the tickets to the car. And it's about ACS, it's about him taking the car, driving off, it's about all your history. I simply want to know about your case, ma'am, which is, why does he owe you over $400 in tickets for the car? Can you tell me and give me proof that the defendant got these tickets on the car and that you're not responsible for them if the both of you were sharing the car?
The thing about the car is I have the things coming to me in the mail. He has the car. He always had the car. So I'm getting all these tickets and violations. Only thing, and anything that came from before he left, it will come from, he will wake up and be like, yo, go move the car right now. And if I don't make it to get the car on time and they got the ticket, you're gonna pay that ticket.
So the two of you were living together? Ma'am, the two of you were living together?
Yes.
You said that he is the one that had the car, it wasn't you, but the two of you were living together.
No, he
so
was
you were
living with
driving
me.
the car, right?
Miss.
Ma'am, were you driving the car?
No, I only had the opportunity.
You never drove the car?
I only had the opportunity to get the car and move it when he said so.
Okay, so you're saying you never drove the car?
Only time I ever drove the car is if he said so, if he was there.
Okay, but that's not my question. My question is,
yes,
were you
I
driving the car?
I drove the car to park. Yes, I have.
You're saying the only time you drove the car was to move from one parking spot to the next.
Right.
But you never drove anywhere else.
No.
Why were you accused of trying to run him over? Weren't you driving somewhere then?
No, let me tell you, because he left. He left and he came back and he told me. Now I'm getting tickets and stuff. I'm thinking to myself, if I just move this car and park it somewhere where he can't drive it and I won't drive it until I get this car on my name.
When you tried to run him over, allegedly.
I never tried to run him over.
Allegedly, you were moving from one parking spot to the next.
Yes, he jumped out like this. He said, get out the car. I was bloodshot red.
What time was it, John?
I'm already afraid of this man.
What time
you
was
don't
it?
know half the stuff I went through. He jumped in front of the car like, you see, I got your kid. Get out the car right now. So I'm nervous. I grab everything. I stop right there. He go, oh yeah. The manipulation game he played. Oh yeah, you hit me with the car. So I grabbed everything. I grabbed the registration in my bag. I'm getting out the car. He's after me. I feel him tug my hair, so I throw the bags to the side. I'm like, somebody please get him.
Were you arrested?
No. Oh. No, I was forced arrested. I was forced arrested after because he said no, and I lost my license because he said it was a false report and they let me go right there because this man.
So you were arrested and you lost your license?
No, my security license. But now it's all put together.
Coming up on Judge Faith, the relationship drama escalates.
This is what she would do: drink, drive. 4
All
kids.
my life, I never.
Now give me my keys.
I never drunk and drive.
Plaintiff Akia Thomas says Corey cheated on her and the tickets were his. She's suing for unpaid traffic tickets and car insurance payments. Defendant Corey Bolden says he doesn't owe because Akia is responsible for the car and needs to grow up. He's countersuing for emotional distress.
Miss Judge Faith, I bought a car on my birthday, Chrysler 200.
They took it.
She got mad because I spent my money on my car. I took the car back. I said, you know what? Because I was already planning to leave this relationship. I'm not going to just leave you out here with my 4 kids.
He already did.
You can get a car. I'm going to hire you at my job. I'm going to get you a car so you can be mobile. And this is how it's going to go. You're going to take care of the insurance. I'm going to take care of the car note, which is more. But the thing was, she has a permit. When you go to a dealership, you cannot get a car without no pay stubs, no down payment, and with a permit. You can't leave off with it.
So that's why the car is in your name, is what you're saying.
That's why.
My question to you is, sir, about the tickets. Are you responsible? Did you get tickets and not pay tickets on the car?
Now, the tickets, when I took my car back, the same place that I brought it back, they put the same place on that car. So the tickets that I had, the 2 tickets that I'm responsible for 2 tickets for the month from March all the way until April 4th. Now, April, from March...
Did you pay those tickets?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
And they're not on this card?
I think
May
I
I see the tickets? You say you have
that.
copies of the tickets from this,
this
case? And why do you say you don't owe for 2 months of insurance? Because she's supposed to be paying insurance?
That's the agreement.
No.
Was she allowed to drive the car?
Yes.
You shared the car?
Yes. Now, when she's driving the car, like I said, I have records, statements, everything, text messages from can I drive my friend to the welfare? Can I do this? I'm like, that car's not for none of that, ma'am.
So what do you mean not for that?
The car is for work, getting my kids point A to point B.
She has to get permission from you about where to drive the car and when?
No.
Well, that's what it sounds like.
She's asking me, can I drive my friend to the welfare?
What's wrong with that?
Because nobody was hitting you up when you was mobile. We couldn't call nobody to go work. And this is one of them friends that you said we wasn't jacking. So now all of a sudden you got a car. Nothing gets done.
My question to you is, she had to ask your permission to drive this car.
You know why she had to ask me?
Why?
Because this is what she would do: drink, drive.
All my life, I never.
Now give me my keys.
I never drunk and drive.
Has she been arrested for drinking and driving?
What? Has she?
No, I have not.
Has she? She even had a program she had to do.
And I agreed to it just to get the case closed.
In 5 minutes, everybody's going to be out.
Coming up, Judge Faith rules. And now, Judge Faith rules.
Who went to have the car registered? You.
He took me to some man that he knew.
Listen, why does everything have to be an argument when I ask a question? I just want a simple answer.
Thank you.
So you had the car registered. You signed paperwork. So you know that this car is being registered in your name.
And I thought the car was mine. This is my first car. I don't know nothing about that. He was supposed
that's
to
not
be...
my question.
I didn't know. I think that I'm signing for the car completely.
But you're upset because this car is in your name, and now I know you knew the car was in your name because you went to have it registered in your name.
But he was leaving with the
car.
No,
stop. You told me before you wanted this car out of your name because all these tickets are in your name.
Right.
I asked you how that happened. Now that I've asked you 10 questions, I know now that you went and had this car registered in your name. That's why you're getting tickets. You say the tickets belong to him. I believe you're driving this car. I do not believe that you only moved the car from one parking space to the next. I think you drove the car.
Okay.
And so now the question is, who do the tickets belong to? I have no idea.
I'm fessing up for 2 of the tickets, ma'am.
I understand that. I understand that. That you say you owe 2 tickets.
Yes, ma'am.
But the question, so you said you paid those tickets.
They're paid already, yes, ma'am.
Okay, she said that these are outstanding tickets that have not been paid. June 29th is the date of one of them. The other is June 20th. I have no idea who was driving the car on which days. And I lived in New York. I lived in New York for 12 years. It's an issue when you have to park a car in New York City. Most people don't have cars in New York because parking is a big issue.
That's a fact.
Right?
That's a fact.
So tell me about the insurance. Why are you suing for 2 months of insurance?
I don't know if it was the insurance or the car note. I don't know nothing about the car situation. Like, this was, I have they gave you the receipts from the first 2 payments that I made of it. As far as the car insurance, I don't really know. I don't know.
Ma'am, you're suing for 2 months of insurance.
Right.
I just want you to tell me about your case.
I have it up there. It's $411 for each month. I paid that.
But why do you say he owes you for that?
Because he has the car. He's driving around taking pictures with females and stuff in the car. I never had the car. He had the car.
Okay.
So I'm paying for him to drive around and with these girls when I'm taking care of 4 kids.
That's what it's about, right? Because
it's
here
not
we
even
are.
about that. You're ugly and you're
It is
whack.
because you share the car.
And he don't take care of his kids.
Okay.
Thank you,
All right,
Your Honor.
I can't solve your problems. I can't.
What about my counsel?
Hold on.
You owe me $5,000 for emotional distress.
Wait, hold on.
That's what the counter suit is about.
Yeah, hold on.
You owe me money.
Are you serious?
Yes, you owe me money. I don't know how the 2 of you ended up with 4 kids together.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened.
Right.
Obviously, you got to question your life choices.
That's a fact.
Because you have a shared car. You want the money. The 2 of you are living together.
That's a fact.
And you're sharing the car.
And I'm not
you want to
asking
come
for
in
it.
now. You want to come in now, and you want me to order him to pay 2 months of insurance on the car. And you had access to the car. You drove the car, and I don't know who got the tickets on the car. I can't help you. Your counterclaim is dismissed. Your case is dismissed too, ma'am. You haven't proven that he owes money for these tickets.
I'm fine with that.
If you or someone you know has a dispute, don't take the law into your own hands. Let Judge Faith rule on it for you. To submit your case, go to judgefaith.com and tell us your story. See you in court.